Nash, what are you doing? You realize we're rolling cameras in like 2 minutes?
No, it's next week, dude.
No, that's in 2 minutes.
Do you mean to tell me that I've been looking at pictures of Lindsay Lohan for a week? All right, let's go. Bye, Lindsay. I need a bottled water, pixie sticks. Got it. Sabrina, please get my interview notes.
I don't even work for you, Diva.
Thank you. All right. Woo! Let's do this.
You sure about this?
I will be right back. Roll the intro.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for coming out. Welcome to Clocked Out with Nash Harrington. This is our very first show. Give yourselves a hand for being here. We're all very excited. I would love to come out and hug all of you, but we have a lot to get to, and we got to get to it now because we don't have very much time. So let's get this thing started. First off, Prince Harry has been in the news a little bit lately, spending some time in Vegas. Him and some of his friends invited some ladies to come up to the royal suite and play a little strip billiards, or I like to call it Thursday afternoons, but that's just me. And after this happened, after these partially naked photos came out, the military decided to support him by posting some photos up on the internet of themselves saluting Prince Harry while only partially clothed. And when the Queen heard about this, she said to Harry, "Hey, maybe next time let's just go all the way." Grandma likes some military pee-pee. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, for some U.S. politics, the Republican National Convention was held in Tampa last week, and some local strip clubs told TMZ that as soon as the convention rolled into town, business skyrocketed. See, now the Republicans are paying for some people's health care. There's just a long screening process. You have to be naked and have big tits. That's all. They'll pay for everything. After we heard about this, we decided to do a little research of our own and found out the names of some of these beautiful women who've been working at these clubs. Of course, there's Georgia Bush. There's Sarah Impalin. And to keep things relevant, Magic Mitt. Apparently, the Republicans are working very long and very hard to get those female voters. Something for everybody. Something for everybody. So, you may have heard about this. Jessica Simpson's father, Joe Simpson, was recently arrested in Los Angeles on DUI charges. He registered a .13 on the breathalyzer. In his opening statement to the police, Joe said, "That is the last time I DD for Lindsay Lohan." Last time. Last time. Although the roadhead was great. I'm just kidding. She needs at least 6 bottles of wine before she'll even consider it. He only bought her 5. That was his mistake. And some sad news for everybody. I know that this is probably going to ruin all of your days, but MTV announced last Thursday that upon completion of this upcoming 6th season of The Jersey Shore, the show will be canceled. I know, it's sad. All the characters want to be able to go on and live their own individual lives. Of course, Snooki just had her first baby boy, Lorenzo, so that's adorable. But after all the heartache, there is one silver lining. MTV, after announcing the cancellation of Jersey Shore, announced that they are releasing a brand new show all focused on Snooki's new baby, Lorenzo, called Baby Gotta Smush. Boom, boom, goo goo gaga, boom, boom, need some tatas. Diaper time, diaper time. It's true, it's going to be great. Lots of liquor in that breast milk. I know, it's bad. It's bad. All right, and the last thing we have to talk about today, I'm sure a lot of you have checked out the movies that went out this summer. There were a lot of superhero movies this summer. You had the Amazing Spider-Man. You had the Avengers. There was the other movie about the girl who has the smoking problem and, you know, always on her period. Dark Knight Rises. That's what it was. It was Dark Knight Rises. That was it. That was bad, I understand. But when you watch these movies, you get a really good opportunity to check out what the heroes are like. You get to see a little bit of their personal lives, get to know them when the action scenes aren't happening, but we never really get to know their enemies. Well, until now. Please enjoy the very first installment of Mundane Tasks, Supervillain Edition.
So you ready?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
A type of...
Dreadlocks.
Oh, when you...
Demoted. Chameleon. Moo-moo. Cleopatra. Liposuction. Hypochondriac. Webisode. Mustard. Crusade. Mogul. Looks like my team wins again. It is not cheating, Steven!
Up 7-0 early on. A little later on in the first, Irish driving again. Here Wood up the middle, 4 yards, and the Irish looked quite impressive in this first half. It's
You've reached Gotham Health Services. Tell us why you're calling. You can say new claim, existing claim, or other options.
Existing claim.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Please repeat your selection.
Existing claim.
You said new claim. Is this correct?
No, existing claim.
Transferring to new claims. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might recognize this girl from films such as 8 Mile and Hustle and Flow, most currently on television series like Sons of Anarchy and Hawaii Five-0, and she's no stranger to the music scene as her new single, Send Me Your Love, is climbing the Billboard charts. Please welcome the beautiful Taran Manning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you.
How you doing?
What's going on right here?
Oh.
You cut yourself?
Yeah, getting ready for the show. I was shaving in the elevator and cut my face.
Where's your makeup artist?
Yeah, I know. She's really slacking on the job. I'll fire her after the show. It's okay. I know.
Sorry
It's
about
your
that.
fault. It's your fault, but that's okay.
It's my fault.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. It's okay. It's okay. So you have been DJing and creating your own original music lately, playing a lot of large clubs, exclusive parties. I know that you have to blend a lot of popular music and your own original music. How do you kind of work with those two different mediums together?
Which ones?
taking the popular kind of top 40 music that people recognize and know, and being able to blend that with your own original music so that you can kind of share your original music as well.
It just depends on the setting, you know. So it's like if I'm playing a show where it's like at a club and you know people are there to dance and I've been hired to play top 40 music, then I'll work my original stuff in when necessary, you know, like kind of when they're nice and drunk and won't notice.
Right.
Make sure the floor doesn't clear.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, I tend to play like the stuff that people want to hear, and that's sort of the name of the game with DJing.
Yeah. Do you spend a lot of your time DJing, or do you get to spend a lot of time really working on your original sound?
I've been doing my original sound. I like the way you put that. My original sound.
Exactly. The only one.
I've been making music like for a long time. Like my original sound. I had a group called Boomcat with my brother and I for a long time. And then I've been working on my solo stuff for a very long time. But the DJing, I guess right now it's kind of a big part of our culture, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You heard?
And absolutely. And so let's talk about your new single. So the new single is called Send Me Your Love.
Yes.
It's actually climbing up rapidly on the Billboard charts. Tell me, is this song, first tell them what this song's about, and then second of all, is this about a guy that's actually been in your life, or is this more of kind of a metaphorical story that you put together?
It's about a guy that has been in my life and he's gone, and that guy is my dad.
Oh, okay.
And not to get too deep because that's no fun, but the song Send Me Your Love is about my relationship to God and my faith, and it's like this song can be interpreted as man and woman, or you know, animals loving each other, but it's really just a message about love and hugs. So let's hug it out. Let's hug it out.
Hug it out.
Let's hug it out.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
great.
it's just a good song with some meaningful lyrics. Right now, like, dance music to me is amazing. I've always loved dance music for a long, long time, and I feel like my song has like a meaning to it, and it's a party beat, it's an anthem.
Yeah.
But if you really like tune in and hone into the lyrics, and I'm not saying that I'm either of these people, so don't get it twisted, but I liked them both. Is Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All. We all know what that meant, right?
Yes.
Loving yourself, and then Man in the Mirror. And that's Michael Jackson, who I miss very, very much as an artist. And it's all about like looking within, you know, and loving yourself.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And not to deter too much from more serious topics, but you have done a lot of clubs, and I know things can get crazy there. And you've done a lot of big parties. I mean, she did Richard Branson's party, which is pretty wild. Do you have a story or something that happened at one of these clubs or one of these events, exclusive parties that you've done that kind of stands out as one of the wildest?
There's several. Okay, so there was one time I was on like a bit of a tour, if you will, through the East Coast, and I had my one computer, and this'll like show you if y'all want to DJ that you definitely need to have more than one computer. So I was in New York City at the Hudson Hotel, and this girl came up, and she's like, had her glass of champagne. She's like, "Excuse me," as they all do. "Can you play Pitbull?" And spilled all over my computer.
My gosh.
My set was like, at that moment, it was like just a complete malfunction because she wanted Pitbull. Love you, Pitbull. Love you.
That's terrible.
And so that was that, and then from there I had to go on to like 3 other gigs, but I didn't have a backup.
So basically
that
you were
taught
with one
me-
computer, and if some drunk bitch spilled her champagne on
Drunk
you,
bitch. And
then
she did-
you're done at that point, right?
I was done with that particular stretch.
Absolutely. So now we talked a little bit about your music career. Let's talk about your acting career. I mean, if you look to your credentials, you've done a lot of projects. I mean, you've done film, you've done television, you're still currently working a lot on television and in film. You've done some recent movies that have come out. Tell me, I know that you've used your acting career to kind of help your music career, and then at the same time use your music career to help your acting career. They kind of work together. I know you did a song on the 8 Mile soundtrack. So how was that kind of a plan for you, that you wanted the both of them to support each other, or is this something that just kind of happened for you?
Just happened for me.
Really?
Yeah. It was never planned, just kind of an effortless thing. I mean, honestly, the song on 8 Mile soundtrack, wasting my time for anybody that doesn't know, came about very organically, literally and honestly. Like, Mark LaBelle, which is Eminem's tour manager, was walking by my trailer, and I was playing my demo. Okay. Just to myself, just playing my demo.
Of course, we all listen to our own music.
Enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Gotta love yourself.
Of course, of course.
And he kind of popped by and was like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" And I was like, "Oh, this is just me and my brother's new stuff." And it was Boom Cat. Okay. And he grabbed the CD and he took it to M. And wow. At that time, you know, he fell in love with that song. And pretty much, you know, I have a song on the Crossroads soundtrack, Crazy Beautiful. I've had a song on Hawaii Five-0. I mean, they just find out I do music, and then it's just good music. So.
Now you just brought up Hawaii Five-0. That's actually a show that's a reboot of an old show that when I heard that, I was kind of skeptical, but I've seen it, and I actually love the new show. You actually have a big role on the show. You're the sister of one of the main characters. What's it been like experiencing that and filming in Hawaii?
It's been really cool because I'm really happy that the show turned out a success, because anytime you kind of remake something of that magnitude, there's always a stigma. And it turned out really well, and I play Marianne McGarrett, and it's good times. Hawaii is awesome.
Now, you briefly brought this up, and this is the last thing that I want to touch on. You've been in some films with some very large music artists. Are Eminem and Britney Spears very similar to each other to try to work with? No?
Like, what do you mean?
I'm kidding. They're obviously very different. But you have worked with both, you know,
well, they both
like
have bodyguards.
That's true. There you go. There's our similarity.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say thank you for coming out tonight. We've had a ton of fun. Everybody, Taran Manning, thank you for being here. When we come back, everybody, we will be hanging out with YouTube sensation Mike Diva. But first, a public service announcement.
As we all know, being a young kid these days can really suck. It's full of loneliness and depression. But look at Timmy here, all alone, not for long. Sometimes, all you need is the help of a good companionship with a middle-aged stranger. Good times are in store. Older men can be great friends. They'll drive you around wherever you want. Look, Mr. Johnson has just taken Timmy on a fishing trip. Mr. Johnson has made him a very nice lunch, and he enjoys watching Timmy eat his sandwich. Delicious! Mr. Johnson's like, "Hey, when you're done eating or whenever, here's some naked pictures of my sister plus some baseball cards and stuff, and you're welcome to them." Timmy has never seen a naked woman before, and thanks to Mr. Johnson, now he knows what they look like. And maybe Mr. Johnson just really likes his sister. So Timmy thanks Mr. Johnson for the free pornography and baseball cards. These are called bonding times, where an older man takes a younger man out to do fun activities like miniature golfing and hunting. And look, at the end of the day of fun times, it's okay to accept an invitation to come visit the older gentleman's house. Who knows? He may play you some very cool tunes on his record player. This is what becoming a man is all about, getting to know humanity and other like-minded people. Mr. Smith here enjoys watching young men play basketball. There's nothing wrong in that. It's certainly been a while since Mr. Smith played basketball. Hey, thanks a lot, Jeffy. You want to come check out my new Thunderbird? Yeah, that sounds awesome, says Jeffy. And off they go. See, old companionship is great for everyone. Here's Opie and Bobby, just getting ready for their paper route when an older gentleman pulls up. "Hey guys, come over here, I have a proposition," he says. "What is it, fella?" "Now listen, who wants some ice cream?" Oh my gosh, what a deal. So Bobby hops on in and Opie's like, "I don't know." But Bobby's like, "Of course, I'm always down to meet new and interesting people." So off they go. Bobby to get his new ice cream and Opie standing there all jealous. He's so pissed. "Mental note," writes Opie, "not all older men are bad."
He has his very own officially sponsored YouTube channel and produced some popular videos such as The Sexy Sax Man and Dog Step, a couple that you might recognize, and the brand new one, Kill the Noise Part 1. Let's take a look. gentlemen, please welcome Mike Diva. What's up, bud? How's it going? How's it going?
Nice to
Have a
meet you.
seat, man. Have a seat. So the nice thing about that video is it's set in Los Angeles. You didn't have to do any special effects. That's actually what downtown Los Angeles looks like.
Yeah, actually, what a lot of people don't know is it's a documentary about Skid Row, and none of those were actually like altered in any way. So yeah.
I have seen some homeless people that look like that.
It's terrifying. It's very terrifying.
I would be afraid to offend them right now, but they can't afford
Well,
computers.
yeah, exactly. So all the homeless people out there, I'm sorry, but
They're
you're probably not
gonna
watching
see this video.
Let's
yeah,
face
they're
it.
never going to see it. It's all good. We're safe. So that's just one example of some of the videos that you do. You do a lot. I mean, you do a wide variety, but you definitely do a lot of videos that kind of mix this electronic dubstep music with really high-level quality production.
Oh, thank you.
You know, how much time goes into creating a video like this? I mean, this had to take forever.
Yeah, this one, I mean, since it was a documentary, it didn't take as long. But this one took about like 4 months in post, and then like when I, getting the concept together and stuff like that song's very like meticulous. Like it's very like, like for my shot list, I had to make like every 2 seconds there's a different shot and different things going on, and then to tie in like a storyline was kind of like, a challenge. But so this one overall, I'd say took like 6 months from concept to completion. Wow. But it really just depends on how many special effects are in a video.
It's amazing. Yeah, there's a number of places, if you watch the video from start to finish, that there's one where there's a zombie on the ground as they drive away in the Durango, and the music is actually going with his mouth opening, almost as if he's like groaning like his last breath before he dies.
Yeah.
There's some really cool aspects to the video that are like that.
Yeah, I really feel like a music video should be like a companion piece of the song, and if I really feel like it should be as good as a song, because in the 90s, like music videos were more like that, and nowadays it seems like that's kind of dying out. Music videos like themselves are kind of a dying art, like it's kind of like it's just going to be on YouTube, so like record labels don't want to put much money into it, and people don't really care that much anymore about like making it really meticulous and like like Chris Cunningham's like Aphex Twin videos and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to like bring that back and like really trying to bring the art of the music video back.
Awesome. No, they're all really, really cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
And so I mentioned briefly about how you have a sponsored YouTube channel, and your channel's huge. You've got so many views on it, so many subscribers. Your videos are very popular. What's it like having that relationship with YouTube, that whole kind of like content sharing, the revenue share? I mean, it's a whole business around it. Does this take like a full-time commitment, like a full-time job?
It does. It really does. Like if you want to, be successful on YouTube, I'm sure a lot of people have said this before, but it's really just consistency. Just like so people know, hey, you're releasing a video every single Wednesday or every other Wednesday and stuff like that, and like it's really doing that and then juggling like other commercial gigs and music video gigs on the side is really difficult. And to be honest, I've actually let my channel kind of fall by the wayside when I was making this video, because like I was just focusing all my attention just editing it and doing all the compositing and color grading and stuff like that frame by frame. So it's like it's really tough. It's really tough to like keep that up, but also like make your career blossom as well. And like YouTube's awesome, and I love doing videos like with dogs and cats dancing and like sexy sax man and stuff like that. But this is actually the stuff that I really want to be doing. So it's really definitely like a challenge to do both of them at the same time.
Awesome. Now, of course, a lot of, like we've said a million times, your videos are online. Do you remember like the very first video that you put up on the internet? Like, I'm going to throw a video up on the internet and it's going to be awesome. Do you remember what it was?
It's really embarrassing, man. Am I allowed to use swear words on this?
You can fucking cuss as much as you
want. I wasn't. You went a little bit too far there.
I'm sorry.
I didn't. But no, the first video I ever did was that one of the first videos I put online was just me fucking around in my room, and like there's a shot of my dick with my head on it, basically singing a singing penis, if you will. Yeah. So
the Queen of England would have loved it.
Oh, she would have loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you can see, I've come quite a bit of a long way since then, but
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
It's
pretty fucking cool, right?
Yeah, right?
I know you're gonna look it up as soon as you get home.
Well,
let's face it.
I mean, I do have YouTube on my phone.
Yeah.
So.
After this talk, we'll go over it. And
pour a nice little whiskey Coke. And
we'll watch it a couple hundred times.
Watch your penis sing.
Hey, that's how I liked it in my nights,
All right, let's leave it at that. Mike, awesome. Thanks for sitting down and talking with us. And everybody, if you come back right after this, we are going to have a special music performance from Mike Diva, so be sure not to miss that. But before we go to that, please check out one of our brand new segments with World Championship knife thrower. It's called Get Schooled.
I'm Jack Dagger, and I'm going to school you on knife throwing. Myth-busting fact number 1, throwing knives are not sharp. They don't have any cutting edge. This part never touches the target, only the tip. I don't throw sharp knives, that's crazy. Myth-busting tip number 2, you don't need to throw a short knife. You want a longer knife. 14 inches is what I prefer. These are a little bit shorter because I use these on stage, up close and personal. Myth-busting fact number 3, the knife has to be balanced. That's a fallacy. If the knife is center balanced, that's helpful because then you can throw it the same way from the handle or from the blade. But if it's not balanced, you throw the heavier part. That's all. The grip is a handshake. You reach out and grab the knife like you're shaking hands with it. The stance, you shift your legs apart, put your opposite foot forward, hips are square. The wind up, you rock your hips back for the wind up, reaching awkwardly high above your head. You rock forward, you deliver your arms straight out in front of you, straighten your elbow, snapping at the end. Now I'm going to give an actual demonstration of knife throwing. However, I'm going to skip straight past the basics, go to the advanced portion, and use a live human target. Don't try this at home. To make it even more interesting, we're going to get a couple of GoPro cameras so you can see what I see when I'm throwing knives, but more importantly, you get to see what Jenny sees when the knives come zipping right past her body. You've been schooled in knife throwing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike Diva.
This is the serious part. Let's take a nap in this club, y'all.
Nap time. Take a nap in the club. Take a nap in the club.
let's go. Nap, 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 nap.